Kelly Green too fresh. That's right, too goddamn fresh for you. Subscribe. Know what I'm saying?
Legend drifting off into the echo side. The Knot makes his presence known, and a willow blooming from within the swamp. All that and so much more on this edition of The Freshness. But first, start this off right with a little sip of Mango. Now let's get into the freshness.
Happy! Joy!
Coming in number 5 for my top stream artist for the month of July 2025, we've got Killriddle. So I'd actually just gotten a package from Killriddle this past month. My wife had ordered it for me for my birthday. She got me this fresh ass motherfucking t-shirt right here. Check this shit out, y'all. So fucking fresh. Now the package also came with some extras, including this beanie, this fresh ass fucking charm. Check this shit out, y'all. Check out the fucking Killriddle chain. And it also came with these fresh ass stickers. Big ups to motherfucking Killriddle. Make sure you check out his mixtape, Flesh Market. And also make sure and check out his latest single, Blood on My Chain.
Trapaholics mixtape.
Coming in at number 4 for my most streamed artist for the month of July 2025, we've got Dyll. So Dyll just dropped his album, Act Human, Not God, and honestly, I really wasn't feeling it at first.
What the hell are you doing?
So I first got into Dyll around March of last year. I saw one of his reels and just instantly had to go search for the music. The first thing I remember watching and hearing was the video for Fallback. I got heavy into Dyll last year, and his album Brain Dead was actually one of my top albums of 2024. So whenever Dyll first dropped his video for Parasocial, I really didn't know what to think. I waited for the album to come out, and sure enough, this was the direction he was going in. Literally ditching everything I liked about his music.
You crazy man? You can't do that.
Then one night, whenever my girl came home from work, I decided to put on that new Dyll for our dab session. During that session, I found myself connecting to these songs on a completely different level and realized that this shit really isn't bad.
I think we're having a breakthrough moment.
I think it's important for an artist to stay true to themselves, and not only that, but to also challenge their listeners. And that's exactly what the fuck Dyll did with this album, Act Human, Not God. Coming in at number 3 for my most streamed artist of the month of July 2025, we've got motherfucking Insane Clown Posse. So we finally got some information on the Knot, aka the 6th and final Joker's card of the second deck of ICP's Joker's card series. First, we had the homie Humble Among conduct a text form interview with the one and only Duke of the Wicked himself, Violent J.
You'll see this Joker's card was essential. It's just as important as the rest.
If you haven't seen that video, definitely make sure to check it the fuck out.
Let's not talk speculation. Let's talk factulation.
Second, Shaggy had this to say on The Shaggy Show.
It's just like every song, I'm just like, holy fuck. And I'm like, okay, let's listen to another song. Holy fuck. If you like our old school shit, you're gonna love this fucking record.
Then we got this image and track list, and Juggalos started to speculate, is this the official image of the Knot? Shortly after that, this image started circulating, and Juggalo started speculating that it was AI created. That's when Tom Wood stepped in to set the record straight.
We are breaking ground, people.
That was followed up with this fresh-ass teaser.
Falling straight down back to earth. Head first, only feet sticking out of the dirt. Falling.
We're coming up on the end of a 16-year-long motherfucking journey, and the hype couldn't be more real.
Then you make another record like Malenko. And I'm just like, well, Malenko's out there for it to hear a record like Malenko and shit like that. But this record is the closest you're gonna get to like some first 6 Jokers card sound and shits. You know what I'm saying?
Now, like Shaggy had said in the clip I showed, the album kind of sounds along the lines of an original Joker's card. But honestly, I could give a fuck less if it sounds like an old Joker's card, if it sounds like a new Joker's card. All I know is new ICP is on the fucking horizon, and I am so fucking excited for it.
Since the first 10 years of ICP and turn the volume up, they're actually pretty damn good.
In other ICP related news, ICP dropped this flyer promoting their upcoming book, Unaccepted.
Woo woo, woo woo.
I remember all the allegations that Keegan the Creep was making a couple months ago.
I'm going up against something I was never ready to go up against.
Well, this past month, we got a response from Shaggy.
Hey, more power to Keegan, and I hope he does great, but there's reasons that we're not working together no more. You know what I mean? And it has nothing to do with Psychopathic. It has nothing to do with Violent J. Father J didn't like him, so that he wouldn't let Shaggy do stuff with Keegan no more. Nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with any beef with anybody.
ICP's Gathering of the Juggalos is just right around the corner, and to all of you ninjas attending, I just gotta say, be safe.
Also, any news on the Shaggy Ouija Mac album? You know what? I don't have no official news, but I'll tell you some unofficial news that I just came up with in my head, which is about as official as it gets because it just came out of my brain. We are officially finished with the Naught. And so now that this is done, I'll be able to sit back and I'll be able to start working on some tracks with Ouija.
Coming in at number 2 for my most streamed artist for the month of July 2025, we have Ozzy Osborne.
But it won't come out.
Maybe you should try using manners.
Oh yeah.
As most of you know, we lost Ozzy Osborne this past month, and this death really hit me hard. So my history with Ozzy Osborne actually goes back before I was even born. Let me explain. August 1986, Ozzy Osborne and Metallica are going out on the Ultimate Sin Tour.
Like nothing you've ever seen. The ultimate concert, the ultimate nightmare, the ultimate Ozzy.
Now this tour just so happened to be stopping in my fucking hometown. My mom and dad were so excited, they decided that they were going to sleep out all fucking night so that they could be front row and center for Metallica. Now my mom and dad would actually get screwed out of seeing Metallica due to James Hetfield breaking his wrist backstage skateboarding.
I'll do for recreation.
Drink, skate.
This would be the only show of the tour that they canceled. 2 months later, Cliff Burton would die on the road in that horrific fucking accident.
And I turned around and I saw Cliff's leg sticking out from underneath the bus.
Rest in peace, Cliff Burton. So even though my mom and dad went through all that to see Metallica, and it didn't even fucking happen, Ozzy still came through and played a double-length set to make up for Metallica's not being able to perform. One of my first ever concerts was Deer Creek, Indianapolis, Indiana, 1992, the No More Tours tour. Ozzy Osbourne and Ugly Kid Joe's the opener.
Now brace yourself for Ozzy's final tour.
I was 5 years old at the time, and Ugly Kid Joe was the shit to me, and I was so fucking excited to see them live.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
I remember standing off to the side of the pit, and some guys in the pit started picking me up and just running me through the pit. And, you know, little 5-year-old me, that was my first pit experience. That shit was fresh as fuck.
Now, it used to be, I ran to get where I was going.
The first actual DVD that my mom had purchased when we got our DVD player was Lil Nicky, and that was my favorite fucking movie, along with Wedding Singer, to watch with my mom.
What's with the ball?
Ozzy?
Holy shit.
I remember the summer of 2002. I had just moved in with my grandma, getting ready to start high school, and at the time my grandma worked the night shift at a hospital, so if I was ever hanging out with her, it was usually late at night because that's when she was used to being up. And one night she wanted to go to Walmart at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Walmart?
Yes, Walmart.
And that's exactly what the fuck we did. And I remember we were there for like 2-3 fucking hours, and I ended up leaving that Walmart with 5 Ozzy Osborne related CDs. My grandma got me Blizzard of Oz. She got me Bark at the Moon. Down to Earth. First Black Sabbath album. And the Osborne soundtrack.
Crazy. Hey, but that's how it goes.
I of course didn't realize it at the time, but this would go on to be one of my favorite memories with my grandma. Just the two of us out in the world, fucking off and connecting over Ozzy Osborne. We actually put on the first Black Sabbath album on the way home, and yeah, that night was just hella fresh.
Rock and roll!
I actually just recently lost my grandma as well, so I want to take a moment to say rest in peace to my grandma, Rock and Roll Shirley. I love you and I miss you. March 2003, I moved to Los Angeles, and I remember at the time hoping that I would be fucking, I don't know, Ozzy Osbourne's fucking neighbor or some shit, or maybe I'd get to go to the same school as Jack Osbourne because he was fresh as fuck, and I knew that if we met, we would be friends. Instead, I ended up living next door to Shifty Shell Shock of Crazy Town.
Come and dance with me! Come and dance with me! Yeah!
His parking spot was actually right next to ours, and he was always cool as shit. As well as Josh Peck, who was just starting to make a name for himself with Drake and Josh at the time. So Shifty was the shit.
Not to get too heavy with you, but do you think about legacy at all, Seth? Like, what does legacy mean to you?
Rest in peace, Shifty Shell Shock.
Ultimately, the legacy to me is just like, you know, I'm a good guy, I like making music, and hopefully people enjoy it.
But Josh Peck, I just remember being a total fucking douchebag. I remember him fucking mooning me one time as he was jumping into the pool.
Check this out. Peekaboo!
I don't know what it was with him, but he just really was not a nice person at that time.
Shut the fuck up, Clyde! You faggot!
Anyways, let's get back on track. One of my first memories of Los Angeles is actually driving by the infamous McDonald's where Jack Osborne had this to say about the McRib.
McRib is back. Oh,
Are you serious, Jack?
That is so good.
You're getting excited over the McRib.
I remember seeing this McDonald's and just freaking out like, oh my god, that's the fucking McDonald's! The McRib is back!
You know what, Kelly? It's the little things that count.
Jack goes, McRib is back!
Ozfest 2003, aka the first music festival I got to go to unsupervised.
Don't drink, don't take drugs, son.
No, I don't.
Please.
I don't do that.
And if you have sex, wear a condom.
Main stage, we had Ozzy Osborne, Marilyn Manson, but most of all, we had my favorite fucking group from my childhood, Korn.
We're back at the Ozfest, backstage in Korn's dressing room here with the man himself, Jonathan Davis.
What's up? How you doing,
Thanks
man?
for your time, brother.
This was also the year that Cradle of Filth headlined the second stage, and holy shit, that performance blew me the fuck away. Next up, Ozfest 2004.
You want a show that's gonna kick some ass? Give me a hell yeah! Ozfest 2004.
First time I got to see Black Sabbath. Also on main stage, we had the reunion of Judas Priest with Rob Halford.
About a reunited Judas Priest with Rob Halford.
But best of all, we had fucking Dimmu Borgir. As well as Slipknot headlining the second stage.
Welcome back to the Headbangers Ball. Slipknot is still here. You guys are headlining second stage of Ozfest this year.
Yes.
Ozfest 2005, the 10-year anniversary.
Prepare for the darkest hour of your life. Ozfest 2005.
Rob Zombie headlining second stage.
Rob Zombie is here. We've been showing you clips from his movie The Devil's Rejects, which will be in theaters this Friday, July 22nd. But he's also touring the Ozfest this summer. It's the first time in 3 years that you've
played
toured.
at all, done anything.
And I remember Sharon Osbourne cutting the fucking power during Iron Maiden's epic ass fucking set. That ended up turning into a big fucking deal, and I was there for it.
You came up with a plan. You said, let's throw eggs at Iron Maiden. I like the plan.
I must say at this point, it was nothing whatsoever to do with me. I didn't know it was
You had no idea.
I don't condone that. I think, I said, in actual fact, don't put them on the tour, Sharon, because they are fucking trouble.
This show also marks the last time that I had actually seen Ozzy Osbourne in concert live. So right before Ozzy died, he got a chance to go out in the most epic fucking fashion with one final performance. And what a fucking event that shit was. Musicians from all around coming together to pay tribute to the one and only Prince of Darkness, Ozzy fucking Osbourne. But no performance hit harder to me than Youngblood's version of Changes. Straight up, y'all, this shit had me bawling the minute he did it.
God bless Black Sabbath! God bless Ozzy Osbourne!
Youngblood's actually an artist that gets played on a near daily basis in this house. My wife's favorite, my kids fucking love him. And the dude really is just one of those genuine ass motherfuckers.
All my life growing up, me nan told me that Rod Stewart was my granddad.
Me and my wife actually had the opportunity to see him for a free event at the Whiskey A Go-Go back in 2021.
Make some fucking noise!
We also saw him a year later whenever he played 3 free shows on the fucking Sunset Strip. He went from, I think, the Viper Room to the Whiskey to the Roxy, and we were at the Roxy show.
This is so much more than fucking music.
Hella fucking fresh.
Hang on. It's just a fucking funeral. Where the fuck is everybody?
Now I remember watching the premiere for Youngblood's song Funeral, and Ozzy's cameo, fresh as fuck.
Shame!
What the fuck was that?
Just some fucking poser.
Straight up, y'all, it was really cool to see Ozzy kind of pass down that torch to Youngblood over these past few years.
When Ozzy first met Youngblood, he said, "I've just met myself." And he just adores him. And I'm just so fucked up that he's not here tonight, but it means so much. And
rest in peace to the one and only Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osborne.
10,000 grieving fans lined the streets of Birmingham, England as Ozzy Osbourne's casket went by. Inside the hearse, a purple floral arrangement spelling out the legend's name. A sea of flowers, balloons, and pictures flooded the streets of his hometown, touching tributes from so many admirers. His wife, Sharon, clung to a tissue as tears flowed down her face. She was comforted by her children.
Ozzy! Ozzy! Ozzy!
Fans chanted Ozzy's name as Kelly and Jack held their mom at each side as she laid flowers at the memorial. Composing herself for a moment, Sharon flashes Ozzy's signature peace sign. A final farewell to the rocker known as the Prince of Darkness.
We've got my #1 streamed artist for the month of July 2025 coming up in just a sec. But first...
What's going on? Why is everybody honking? Hey, Beavis and Butthead, no!
Over here at CarnivalSpirits, we just dropped our most recent single off of our upcoming mixtape, Ninjas in Action 2, Dead in the Ground. And that's for the song Surrender, featuring Saint Decay, Seed of Six, and Rebellious.
You gon' end up a memory if you don't surrender.
Now some of you may actually remember this song from Saint Decay's Lord Death mixtape, which actually dropped at the Gathering of the Juggalos in 2016 during AMB's seminar.
One last motherfucking announcement with that shit is that...
But what you may not know is that I'm the one who completely organized and put together that track. So I originally picked up the beat from Leprechaun, who was producing for LSP at the time. I then sent it over to Rebellious, who was at the time part of Seed of Six.
Go ahead, surrender for me. You really ain't fucking with a bitch, I mean, surrender.
From there I got a hold of Seed of Six, and they laid their shit down.
Assume the position for execution, anybody's polluted.
And then I sent it over to Saint Decay.
Another bitch nigga found dead in the river for fucking with murderous mafia niggas.
And Saint asked me if he could use it for his Lord Death mixtape, which he was getting ready to drop, and I told him that was cool.
Yeah, I'm going down to everything, yeah.
Now the intro actually comes from an interview that I conducted with Bones Dub back in 2016.
Plus I got the track coming out with CarnivalSpirits, you know what I'm saying?
And the outro features a segment taken from my interview with Loco Dunnett of Seed of Six.
Loco Dunnett, Seed of Six, DJ Paul, nephew, Lord Evans' nephew, the Seed of the Six, this is Mafia, going down, get out.
Straight up, y'all, it's super fresh to finally drop this shit. Like I said, I know some of y'all have heard it, but the Lord Death tape has never been released on digitals. So this is the first time this single has been on digitals, and I'm more than happy to bring it to y'all.
Side shot, bug shot, now your side burning like Elvis.
And coming in at #1 for my most streamed artist for the month of July 2025, we've got Darby O'Trill. So the first time I fucking heard Darby was around the time he was promoting his tape Cat Dead Details Later. One of the things I remember right off the bat was his fucking outrageous song titles. He had song titles like Master Shake Stole My Car Keys.
Got the riddle box on as my chronic blaze. I do this every day.
Street Sharks and Cookie Crisp for breakfast.
I never wanna go outside, instead I live in my head.
And Nobody Wants to Be My Friend Because I'm a Juggalo.
Possessed by the wicked shit, and I am so in love with it.
I remember listening to these songs and just instantly being blown the fuck away. They were just so fucking raw, intense, and just uncomfortable. Yeah, I was instantly fucking hooked. I actually had the opportunity to conduct his first interview, which was hella fresh.
Yeah, man, I wanna keep, like, the wicked shit alive. and it needs to like evolve, you know. It can't keep using the same like old beats. It needs something that's gonna help it keep up with what's going on. And the way I look at it, you know, you listen to all of like ICP's old albums, and it's kind of like they took what was popular at the time and then made it their own, you know.
So let's fast forward a little bit to Hallowicked 2018. Darby drops his first motherfucking track with Devereaux, and that's for the song Terrifier.
No name ass bitch, I ain't fucking with ya.
Fast forward another 4 months to February 17th, 2019. Darby and Devereaux dropped their track, Moist.
I be Mr. Rotten Trees, creeping out the killing fields.
Now, though Darby would continue to drop music, we wouldn't get the third single from Darby and Devereaux till another fucking year later, and that's for the song Chum Bucket.
You'll get turned into Juggalo, motherfucker, I'll murder your chum.
Fast forward, July 7th, 2020, we get our first full project with Darby and Devereaux, and that is Piecemeal.
Rubbing, thugging, juggalugging, pull up, dumping at your function.
2 weeks later, on July 26th, 2020, motherfucking Darby links up with Shaggy the Airhead to bring out the clowns.
So what if I am not the people person? How I live my life ain't something you should be concerned with.
4 months later, November 9th, 2020, we got The Remains, featuring scrap tracks from Piecemeal.
Hands of the rave, you cannot be saved, not even by your faith.
Gorefest 2021, it is announced that Darby O'Trill has joined Lyrical Snuff Productions.
Like the whole LSP signing, there's definitely been like a large influx in, I guess, like a fan base, you know, and just like eyes on what we're doing over here. And, you know, with everything we've been working on and have coming up just this year alone, you know, yeah, right now it's kind of like avalanching or whatever.
December 22nd, 2021, we get the deluxe reissue of Piecemeal.
Lord, take a look what I've done.
Now, ultimately, this is Piecemeal and The Remains put together into one, remastered, with a few songs missing.
The worst thing you can do is like rush something, because, you know, that's your fucking name you're putting on it. You know, you like, I've been a victim to it too, man. I've gotten into the mode where I'm like, damn, you know, like I'd put out a song and it would get a decent amount of traction on it, and I'm like, damn, I gotta follow it up right now. And then I just rush some shit out, and then that song that got rushed out would never get the same reaction. I'd be like, damn, I just fucked myself. Like, why'd I do that?
And those missing tracks from the deluxe edition of Piecemeal are Dirt Under Skin, Skin Under Dirt.
Scars on her arms from the razor blade.
Another track missing on the deluxe, which was on the original version of Piecemeal, is the song End of the Line, which actually features this fresh little shout out to CarnivalSpirits.
Appreciate the support.
Shout out Kelly, Fresh, and Carnival.
Shout out to Josh Coley.
With the last missing track being I Met the Devil and His Name is Sean.
Taker, corpse maker, neck breaker.
And Mutilation Land as the bonus track.
Multiple souls rise out to the ground and form in the clouds that hover above.
April 27th, 2022, we get his official album with Lyrical Snuff Productions. And that's Goalie.
Trash street.
5 months later, we would get Amputate underneath the Swamp Society imprint.
Drink bleach, motherfucker, drink bleach. Drink.
Followed by The Tomb, which also bears that Swamp Society imprint.
Young vampiro when I hit him with a tombstone.
Not really sure what's going on, but for some reason, this shit is not on Spotify right now, and it bugs the shit out of me because it really is one of my favorite Darby O'Trill albums.
Is this hell? I don't know, I can tell this is hell.
And we can't forget to mention that the intro of this shit was actually done by CarnivalSpirits' very own founding member, Scotty Balls.
Swamp Society.
And just a little under a month later, on November 29th, 2022, we would get The Wagon alongside Acetone Boogie.
Fresh like Jiggy, I'm blazed like Bobby.
Juggalo, Ohio, 2023, we get the official announcement that Darby O'Trill has signed to Chapter 17. Darby will go on to drop his debut album with Chapter 17, Creek, on July 21st, 2023.
Used to think things would change, but I'm over that. Used to think
April 12th, 2024, we get Anamoya alongside Ouija Mac.
I've been digging these graves for days. I've been digging.
Cobra Toxin still stays in steady rotation.
They ain't riding with us and it's fuck 'em. If they ain't 17 and we don't trust them, now.
Hands down, my motherfucking #1 album of 2024.
Are you experiencing Anamoya?
1 month later, he drops 10 bands with Shaggy the Airhead. This was also in my top albums of 2024. As well as Garden, which dropped November 1st, 2024.
I'm so disgusting, I'm a sick, gross freak.
Fast forward to present day, July 2025, and Darby O'Trill has spent the month dropping single after single for his upcoming album, Willow.
Even with a mangled neck, carefully carving the carcass, removing the product with nothing but dedicated.
We first got the single Biting My Tongue So There's Nothing Left to Eat.
I sit beneath the willow, and my will to live slow. I'm working on a script about my life, it's called The Shit Show.
Followed by the scent of 3-day-old corpses rotting in the Florida attic.
Flies will buzz around the corpse, it sounds just like the voice of God.
And a music video, which was animated by Killriddle of Corpse Circus for the song I Saw That Magician Pull That Rabbit Out of His Ass.
Enemies to meet me on the other side. I've been screaming fuck the world since May of 1999.
Now, I'm not exactly sure when this video will drop, but what I do know is that watching Darby O'Trill's rise to where he currently is at has been methodical and fresh as fuck. And that's gonna do it for part 1 of this edition of the Freshness. That's right, so much fucking freshness happened this past month that I had to break this video up into 2 separate parts. Be on the lookout for extended freshness coming at you real soon. Till then, I'm Cali Green 2 Fresh. Always keep it wicked motherfucking fresh. Whoop whoop. Peace out.
I wish Hulk's love could bring you back again. You were my friend. I'll see you again.
One last thing. If you have any drugs or any alcohol, give me some.